Hello, everybody. We are here with the Wrestling Roundup. This video is sponsored by Hopage HD Quality, and it's what I use to make my videos. So, yeah, go ahead and use it. This video is also sponsored by Mountain Dew because your due date is now. Alright, so for this episode, my Xbox is not cooperating with me, or WWE 13 is not cooperating with me. So, drink your Mountain Dew, play your Xbox with the volume down, because nothing really important is going to be happening on the screen. Alright, so, let's get into it. Wrestling Roundup. So, firstly, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. If you missed Monday Night Raw, it was actually a pretty good show with decent matches. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus was a pretty good match. It ended up being where Daniel Bryan rolled Sheamus up. So, yeah, it was a pretty good match. Sheamus gave his all and stuff. So, highlights of Raw. Vicky Guerrero is not the managing supervisor anymore because they had the fans vote in the app whether she passed or failed, and 75% said failed. So yeah, now Brad Maddox is the Raw general manager. And I think it's pretty good to put Brad Maddox in that position because, you know, it's better than having, like, Brad Maddox wrestle, because you've seen him in the past. He's just been a jobber to, you know, other people. So it's good to see him take general manager. In other news, the Wyatt family debuted, and here's how they debuted. So it was Kane versus Christian. Kane won with a chokeslam, pretty quick match, not as good. And so what happened was oh crap. Oh yeah. So anyways, then the arena went all black, and then they played, you know, like a video of Bray Wyatt talking, and then he lit a lamp in that video, and then Luke Harper, Eric Rowan standing next to him, and he says, "We're here," and then that's when the arena is all black. So that's when it shows the arena all black, and Bray Wyatt, he has the lamp walking down the ramp with Eric Rowan's Luke Harper behind him. Eric Rowan's, he had that bunny mask, which I thought was pretty funny, just walking to the ring with that. So anyways, they walk down. The only thing that's is showing light is phones from the crowd, and that lantern, whatever. So yeah. So yeah, and then so Bray Wyatt, he sat in a chair while Eric Rowan's and Luke Harper attacked Kane. And it was just so well done, but what ruined it was at the end when they were finished attacking Kane, which was like some sort of like steel step combination that's hard to explain, so I'm not going to explain it. The fans start chanting Husky Harris because everybody knows that's Husky Harris. That's who he used to be, like. And in my opinion, Husky Harris was a pretty weird name. You know, I wouldn't want to be called Skinny Rennie or something like that. But, you know, you don't need to call him Husky Harris because he's husky and stuff. So yeah, I say just let him get over with his character, you know, don't keep chanting Husky Harris. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. So anyways, also, crap, what? Alright, main event was CM Punk versus Randy Orton, which was a pretty well done match. CM Punk won with the GTS, clean pin, and then Daniel Bryan came out and started attacking everybody with ladders, so Daniel Bryan set up the ladder, he climbed it up, and he retrieved the briefcase, and he starts chanting yes from the top of the ladder. So, looks like they're trying to build up Daniel Bryan for the Money in the Bank All-Stars match. Anyways, let's go to Wednesday main event. The main event was Antonio Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler, and I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good match. You know, well plotted. It ended up being where Antonio Cesaro got disqualified because I think Zeb Coulter and or Jack Swagger got involved. I'm pretty sure it was Swagger that got involved and stuff. But yeah, let's try to see if Max Bucks will cooperate with me now. All right. So yeah, pretty good main event. Everything else was just squash. Nothing nobody would want to see. So let's go to Impact. If you missed Impact, or if you watched TNA and you missed Impact, it was pretty good episode. You know, it was the Joker's Wild Tag, which is where, you know, there's like a bucket thing of names, and what happens is, and I think it's gonna cooperate with me today. Wow, right when I record, it starts cooperating. Alright. Normally, it would just stay on the first loading screen and not go to the main screen. Alright. So let's press A. Right. So yeah, it was the Joker's Wild Tag matches, which is basically, you know, there's a bucket of superstars and stuff. And, you know, not superstars, but like Impact wrestlers. So, wow. Yay, it's actually cooperating. Let's go to a normal match. Alright, well anyways, what happened was, and I thought it was like, the tag team matches were pretty, like, not so wild tag. It was like enemies from, it was like enemies from like last week and the week before and stuff like that. So here's what I'm talking about. It would just stay on that same loading screen. It would play for like 30 minutes, and it still wouldn't load. So yeah, this right here is what I'm talking about. So if you like X's, keep watching. All right. Yeah, I thought the tag matches were pretty boring because it was just opponents from last week teaming with each other. So it ended up being in the gauntlet match where it was Magnus, Bobby Roode, Kazarian, Samoa Joe, Mr. Anderson, or something. So anyways, the winner got 25 points in a Bound for Glory series, and it ended up being where where Magnus won. So now he has 99 points, and I don't think he can be stopped. But this is my first time watching a Bound for Glory series, so I don't really know how it works out. Well, anyways, the fifth and final member of the Main Event Mafia was revealed. So you had Stain, the originator. You had Kurt Angle, who was originally in the first Main Event Mafia. And then they revealed Samoa Joe, who I was pretty okay with, because I expected Samoa Joe to be in the group. You have Magnus, who is a pretty okay person, to put in the Main Event Mafia. And then you have the fifth and final person. This person ruins it for me a lot. Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson actually got in the Main Event Mafia, and music stopped playing. So okay then. But yeah, Rampage Jackson actually got in the Main Event Mafia, which pretty much sucks because and I was reading an interview the other day with Rampage Jackson. He's like, "Oh, I don't really care about TNA wrestling. I just want to focus on Bellator." Like, really? If you know they don't care, then don't put them in, these areas and stuff. It's not enjoyable. So I just think Rampage Jackson's bringing that prestige down. I was expecting somebody like Hulk Hogan, Jeff Hardy, Abyss, someone like that to come and be the 5th member, but not Rampage Jackson. Literally, I want him to stay until later. I don't like him. I don't like him in the main event. That's just my opinion. And Chris Sabin cashed in his X Division title to face Bully Ray next week. Is it next week? Yeah, it's next week. So he'll be facing Bully Ray for the title. And at the free, apparently it's a free pay-per-view or something like that. Destination X. So it's next week, Thursday, Impact, where it normally is. I can't remember, Spike TV. So yeah. Also, SmackDown. It was basically just Money in the Bank hype. You know, just matches to get you set in for Money in the Bank. Most of them were pretty much squash matches. The one main event was Sheamus versus Randy Orton, and it ended up in a no contest because Daniel Bryan came in. He started attacking the both of them with ladders, and that's when Christian came in and started helping, and everybody started rampaging to climb to the top of the ladder, which was set in the middle of the ring. So it ended up being where Randy hit an RKO on Daniel Bryan, and he climbed the ladder, retrieved the briefcase, and he did his pose, the Viper's pose, at the, you know, that thing where he stretches out again. Yeah, you know. So, yeah. And that's what happened on SmackDown. Nothing really new, just Money in the Bank hype. So anyways, we are going to end this show off right when you thought it was going to end. We are going to end it off with my Money in the Bank predictions for this Sunday. So this might be a little on, but here we go. Kickoff match, The Shield versus the Usos for the tag team titles. Who do I think is going to win? The Shield. Why? Personally, I don't see the Usos stopping the Shield right now, just because the Shield just took their titles and stuff. So yeah. Do I see a rematch at SummerSlam? Yes, I do see a SummerSlam rematch, but just like in some sort of different stipulation than what we have now. That's what I see. So next match, Jericho versus Ryback. Who do I think is going to win? Ryback. Why? Jericho's always that person who puts over people. You know, he put over Dolph Ziggler. A couple months ago, he put over Fandango. But yeah, he's just a guy who puts over people. You know, mid-carders and shiz. And I think Ryback is going to be another one of those people. So, yeah, do I see a rematch at SummerSlam? We probably will, because you know, it's normally where it's like the mid-carder gets the win and then Jericho scores back a win. You know, that happened with Dolph Ziggler, that happened with Fandango. But honestly, I don't want to see it. If you want to get Jericho, if you want to have Jericho get his win back, do it on Raw. Because I don't see this happening again at SummerSlam. We probably will, but I don't want it. So anyways, let's get into our third match. AJ Lee versus Caitlyn for the Divas Championship. Who do I think is going to win? AJ Lee. Why? This is the rematch clause. She just won her title. And really, like, what else do you need? I don't really think that she's going to lose the title down. If she does, it'll be pretty crap to have a title for a month long. Like, yeah, it's been 4 weeks, a month long. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. Will we see a rematch at SummerSlam? We probably will. As much as I don't want to see it, we probably will. But who do I want AJ to go for at SummerSlam? Or sometime in the future? One of the Funkadactyls, because you know, it's just nah. Because Cameron, Naomi, they're pretty good diva wrestlers and shiz. And I think if you give him a Divas title run, you know, it'll pay off. That's what I say. So, Curtis Axel versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Who do I think is going to win? Curtis Axel. Why? Like I said before, it'd be pretty crap to have a month-long title reign. I don't see him losing it to The Miz now. Unless they want to go for that angle where... unless they want to go for that angle where it's... where it's like all three Heyman guys in a triple threat match. You know, at SummerSlam in the future, somewhere like that, and then that's when The Miz would win it. So I don't see The Miz winning the title. I want Curtis Axel to have it just because, you know, Curtis Axel is Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel is Curtis Axel. You know, let him have his title. All right. The World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. Who do I think is going to win? Wade Barrett. Why? This is a pretty simple thing for me because really, you know, I don't ever think people that are in a tag team of some sort are ever going to win a Money in the Bank. So I eliminated from my vote really quickly. You know, Ambrose, the Scholars, and we the people, Zeb Coulter's, the Coulter's cult, as I like to call it. So that leaves two people left, Fandango and Wade Barrett. I think it's too early for Fandango to win a Money in the Bank briefcase, so that's why I'm going to go with Barrett. So next match, Money in the Bank All-Stars, the WWE Championship Money in the Bank match. Who do I think is going to win? Daniel Bryan. Why? And I'm just going to go back to the main screen because my Xbox is being an idiot. But, reason why, you know, for those of you who don't know, Kane is not going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday due to the injuries by the Y family. So, yeah, just figured I could tell you that. So that means it's a 6-man ladder match. You know, But really, I don't know. But really, the people who you can take out right away are Christian and Sheamus, because Christian, I don't think he's really there yet. I don't think he's up there with everybody else. And Sheamus, because I don't think he's ever going to win the title until he becomes a heel, you know. Which I don't think he'll ever become a heel because, you know, he's just that face who's always there. And he always will be there. So yeah. That leaves 4 people. Punk, Bryan, Rob Van Dam, and Randy Orton. I say these 4 have a legitimate chance of winning Money in the Bank. So any of these 4 people could win. But here's why I go with Bryan, because, you know, CM Punk's been the longest reigning champion of the modern era. Like, I don't see why you would need anything else. I don't see why you need him to win another WWE Championship title. And I want to take out Randy Orton just because, you know, Randy Orton. I don't really see Orton winning just because, you know, I don't see him winning, but I can't think of a reason off the top of my head. I had this planned out, but now I can't think. But that leaves Rob Van Dam and Daniel Bryan. Like I said earlier with the Raw thing, you know, they're really pushing Daniel Bryan to the top, and that's why I think I'm going to go back to the main menu because, once again, alright, so now I know I can't play any matches on WWE 13. So, yeah, I don't think, you know, it'd be spectacular to have Rob Van Dam come back and just win the Money in the Bank title, but I think they're really pushing Bryan to win it enough, so, yeah, I'm going to go with Bryan. just because Rob Van Dam's coming back. I don't think he should come back to a Money in the Bank briefcase, but they're probably gonna put him with a Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah. All right, next match. Alberto Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler. Who do I think is gonna win? Del Rio. Why? It's a rematch clause. You know, who needs a month-long title reign? That's what I said about Ziggler, but look what happened to him. But yeah. Do I see a rematch happening at SummerSlam? Here's an idea that I had. Like earlier in July. Okay, it is early in July, but like late in June, after Payback, you know, there was this like triple threat feud happening with Jericho, Ziggler, and Alberto Del Rio and stuff. And I think that's going to continue to SummerSlam. You know, it only happened for 2 weeks where the three of them just keep attacking one another. So I think that's going to happen at SummerSlam. That'd be pretty good for a match. John Cena versus Mark Henry. I'm going to have to go with Cena. You know, it's been a long while, but wait, what? Never mind. I just said something stupid. Alright, anyways. You know, when I first heard about this match, I was thinking Henry all the way, but and stupid computer giving me ads that I don't need. So, but yeah, really, it's just I don't know what I'm saying here anymore. But I'm just gonna say let's restart. John Cena versus Mark Henry. Who do I think is going to win? John Cena, just because you know Mark Henry. I'm losing my train of thought. Mark Henry did that fake, what do they call it, like speech about him retiring, and personally to me it's sad because you know I legitimately believed that he was going to retire, and it just made me sad. I didn't cry, but I mean like it made me sad when he just turned on Cena. So yeah. But I think Cena, like, just gaining that retribution back on Henry would be good for Money in the Bank. And, you know, when I was thinking about Henry winning, you know, I thought to myself, and I was thinking, you know, why would they have a title change on such, like, a lower show? You know, Money in the Bank isn't really that big show. It isn't really your big SummerSlam or your big, I don't know, like your big Survivor Series, your big Royal Rumble, WrestleMania stuff. You know, it's not that big, and it wouldn't make sense to have the title change on something that isn't big. So, that I'm gonna say Cena wins. If Henry wins, I'm totally fine with it. But if Cena does retain, I do believe that there will be a rematch at SummerSlam, and Mark Henry will win at SummerSlam. So anyways, those are my Money in the Bank predictions. That is my wrestling roundup. Sorry that this video was so long and there was nothing to watch. So anyways, I will see you all later. Probably tomorrow, probably later. I don't know. Also, I want to let you guys know. The next time you'll be seeing a wrestling roundup will be on Tuesday because the day that I normally upload it, I'm going to be camping and stuff. So Tuesday, you'll see one from me, and it will be a review of Money in the Bank and Raw. So yeah, I'm going to be leaving Thursday, and it wouldn't make sense to do a review of main event, you know, and just, so yeah, that's it. Anyways, I will see you all later. I will see you all Tuesday for the wrestling roundup on Money in the Bank and